How's everyone doing? Welcome to Music Forward's Open Mic Fridays. I'm your host, Maya Jupiter, for this new 2021 season. And we do have an incredible lineup of amazing young talent getting ready to perform. And we're very excited to be with you right here on Twitch. So thank you for joining. And if you have not subscribed to our Music Forward channel, please do. Please subscribe right now. Go ahead. I'm going to wait. You won't miss anything, I promise. You'll still see the video and it only takes a few seconds. So sign up because that way you'll be able to chat with us. Before we go any further, I do want to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I am on today, the unceded land of the Tongva and Tartavian peoples. I acknowledge the community of elders, past, present, and emerging, and give thanks for being on country. And I'll continue to be an accomplice in solidarity. Music Forward is a national nonprofit that connects young people from our communities directly to the music industry to transform young lives, inspire careers, and champion a more inclusive music industry, which is really what we all need. Open Mic Fridays is a performance showcase where young artists showcase their talent, they gain exposure, and they get live feedback directly from industry experts with successful careers in music. So they're very lucky, and we're all very lucky to hear that feedback. From tonight's lineup, we'll be inviting back two special performers for our final showcase in May. One will be the artist with the most fans in the audience, so be sure to participate in our poll taking place at the end of today's open mic on our Instagram page. So just log on to Instagram, find us at HOB Music Forward, and you'll find the poll in the stories at the end of the show. The other will be the Industry Pros Top Pick. We'll be announcing these artists on Music Forward's Instagram page on Monday, so be sure to follow us. All right, before we get started with the performances from our amazing young talent, I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Hi, welcome. And welcome our industry guests. Let's meet them. Industry guests, please turn on your cameras.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, welcome. All right, I want to introduce Adeline first. Adeline is a French Caribbean singer, bassist, and producer, basically a badass, and spent most of 2020 soothing our frazzled nerves with a constant stream of soulful, heartwarming songs, including 2 EPs and several guest collaborations, including Mango with Kamau. Her unique blend of funk, R&B, and soul got us through the long, hard months and is still getting us through because we're still in it as we watched our world change dramatically. Welcome, Adeline. How you doing? Yeah,
I'm good.
I know. I need an applause button. Everyone's screaming. Do you remember the first song that you wrote in lockdown? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes. Do you remember the first song that you wrote and what it was about?
I definitely wrote particularly a song that is about that's not out yet, but there's one in particular that I wrote that about how I felt, and I tried to make it a little bit more hopeful and just kind of make a little.
It just froze again, but that's okay. We can come back, and I will introduce Jay Deal now. Jay Deal is an award-winning composer, music producer, and orchestrator known for his pop, gospel, and hip-hop arrangements. Deal is also, can I call you Deal? Is that all right?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay. Deal is also a session keyboardist, programmer, and bassist who has worked with several prominent artists, including Lady Gaga, Snoop Dogg, Diddy, Neo. I mean, look, the list really goes on. Kamasi Washington, Janet Jackson, and you're a professor at the USC Thornton School of Music. So welcome, Jay Deal. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure indeed.
Jay, you've worked with many legendary artists, so who would you say yes to every single time? Like, who would you clear your calendar for?
Oh, Janet, for sure. Hands down.
Legend status.
So many, though. Neo, great person. Even off the set, just really genuine people. Snoop Dogg, yeah. A lot of
Nice.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. We'll get into more later on in the show, but you can turn your cameras off now because it's time to get this party started. All right. First, though, before we welcome our first performer of the evening, who I'm so excited about, I just want to remind you that the chat is open. So please sign into your Twitch account. If you haven't done so, please do it right now. Let me see. Okay, great. We've got people in the chat. Yes, Adeline is an amazing artist. Great. You're doing well. Sign in, follow us. Let's all get interactive, shall we? Okay. And also, just a reminder, keep your comments positive. You know, support the artists who have come here to perform for you tonight, because we just want to show them all the love and support we can. Coming to the virtual stage right now, we have our very first performer, all the way from Dallas, Texas, is Dylan James, Boogie Boy Shaw. Dylan, welcome to the stage. Come on up here. Dylan is a 13-year-old blues piano player and vocalist who has been featured on Fox TV, CBS TV, national radio broadcasts, and the International Blues Challenge in Memphis for 2 years in a row. His blues music is a true heartwarming story of how music heals, and he is thrilled to be a part of the HOB Music Forward team today. Hi, Dylan.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Maya. I'm so happy to be here with Music Forward and Twitch TV. I am Dylan James Boogie Boy Shaw, and I am from Dallas, Texas. Woo!
Hello, let him know. I love it. Dylan, you are all of 13 years old. So you started writing music when?
I started writing music when I was 3 years old with my blues grandma.
Okay, that makes sense. God bless your grandma. I mean, wow. You make me feel very unaccomplished and very old, but thank you. You're wonderful. Tell me, what is your songwriting process like?
My songwriting process is like, just coming up with lyrics first in your head, like coming up with the topic first, like what do I want to write about? What do I feel like? And then when that process goes through, you're like, okay, so I have the topic now, and you got to come up with the lyrics, like thinking about what you want to write about that topic, and, rhyme, do whatever you do with the lyrics. And then what you do is you start writing the music, like hearing in your brain, what do I hear? What chords do I want to play? And then when you come up with something, you revise and edit the two and, fix some things that need to be fixed. And whammo, you have yourself an amazing song.
Spoken like a true pro, Dylan. In your biography, it talks about how music heals. So can you tell me what that means to you, how music heals?
Well, to me, how music heals is like, say, if you're like really sad, having a terrible day, or somebody passed away, or you skinned your knee, like just hearing the blues music makes you just have a smile on your face. Like it brings the sad day into a sunny, happy day, and it heals you in spirit a lot in any way possible. And that has happened to me a lot before.
I love that. Dylan, can you tell us a little bit about the song you're about to perform for us?
So I am playing an original I wrote with my friend Christian Dosler. Hi, Christian Dosler. Called The Blues Life Is My Life. And what this song is about, it is about basically my whole blues life and what I've been doing in it. So here we go. Woo!
Yes. Let me get off the stage.
Looking back with all the things I've done, playing the blues most of my life got me all kinds of fun. Blues life is my life, and I'll do it over again. Take a look, what got me here right now. Yeah, it's a feeling, oh, it's a feeling. and I sing out loud. This life is my life and I'll do it over again. Playing with legends, I can't believe it's true. Each day I travel to play for you. This life is my life and I'll do it over again. Telling my stories from my heart and soul. Ooh, a bluesman tells the truth and then we roll on down. This life is my life and I'll do it over again. Come on down to the blues line. Once there, you'll never leave. Find out what's inside of you. Your soul will see. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Woo!
Yes. Woo!
Thank you, Melanie and Maya, for this music forward performance. Both of you out there. Woo!
High five, Dylan.
Yay! Virtual high five. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
That was wonderful. How are you feeling right now?
Oh my gosh, I am feeling so excited and happy. And also, I got the music forward sign back here right next to the Christmas lights.
Thank you for representing us. I love that so much. Yes.
You are
Thank you.
so
Thank you. Thank you.
welcome. You are
Dylan
so
James, Boogie Boy Shaw is his name. We will not forget it. Dylan, how long have you been playing keyboards for?
Probably since I was 3 as well.
As well. Okay. You're just a genius. All right. Let's bring our industry guests back in and get some feedback.
Yeah.
Adeline and Jay Deal, can you please turn your cameras on? Hey.
Hello.
It's just blown away.
I know, right?
Go ahead. You first.
No, you go because I'm having technical issues. As soon as I start talking, my Wi-Fi goes away. So you
Oh,
start.
gosh. Okay.
I'm going to fix it.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions about how this came to be. I'm impressed. And my advice is to keep going. Definitely. Just keep going. I'm at a loss for words. I'm like, what advice do I give at this point? Yeah, I can't wait until, the world is healthy again. Maybe I'll get to see you in person playing the blues.
Yes, I would love that. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Dylan, you just have such great energy, and your positivity shines through the screen, and you're just a bright light. And I think it's very exciting to see how you're going to grow.
I love this so much.
Yeah,
we can see that. We can tell.
Positivity, that's where I was sold. It's just even before any notes were played or any notes were sung, I just feel like you have appreciation for life and people. So keep that up. You're going to go a long way with that.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I will forever and ever.
What's up?
Adeline.
I'm back, and I think this is working. I had to change rooms. But Dylan, a round of applause. I am so blown away. You're so amazing. And I was going to echo my two friends' words here. Your attitude, first of all, being so bright and so positive, makes us love you already. And that's something I always try to keep in mind for advice with younger artists and artists in general, is that it's very important. I mean, for me, it's important to treat people kindly and just be a bright, positive spirit for everyone that you're around, because our role takes on beyond even the music and beyond the stage. So you already have that covered, and people will want to work with you. People will want to help you because you inspire so much greatness already. And you're so talented. I'm curious, actually, who do you listen to? Who are your favorite artists?
So who I listen to, well, I listen to the generation still here today, but I also listen to older ones. Like, I'll give you a few. Otis Spann, Ray Charles, Muddy Waters, Pinetop Perkins, Chuck Leavell, and for the last one, John Mayer.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Darren. You've done your history. It's incredible. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. I love this so much that I get to see you.
We love that we get to see you. So thank you so much, Dylan. If you came to support Dylan James Boogie Boy Shaw, then be sure to stick around to the end and show him some love in our fan poll. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much, Maya. Bye.
Stick around, but you can turn your camera off. Just love him.
Hey, Adeline, you play guitar. Why don't you just play bass? They put a bass in my hand. The show was 3 days later. Not that you can learn how to play bass for a show in 3 days. That is absolutely not realistic. But I fell in love with the instrument deeply. And after that, I decided that this would be me. And I locked myself in a room for years and just practiced.
Beautiful.
And the second part of your question, of course, I do believe that it's important for anyone who sings to play an instrument. And if you can, you should, apply yourself to it if you have the passion. But I also don't feel like the doors should be closed to people because they don't play an instrument. However, it's very important for me that singers consider themselves musicians, because very often there's sort of a separation between the two, and I don't think that should be the case. So if many about you because you don't play an instrument, but do your research as well and learn your intervals and learn, just train your ear and consider yourself a musician. That's the advice I would give to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. And people say that, your vocals are your instrument, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard that too. Great advice. Thank you so much, Jay. I've got a question for you coming up later, so you're off the hook this time. All right, you guys can turn your cameras off right now. We're going to invite our next wonderful young artist to the stage. Coming all the way from Houston, Texas, Deshawn is an artist-songwriter who loves a variety of different genres and artists and pulls inspiration from all of them. Deshawn, welcome to Open Mic Fridays. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
A little nervous. It's my first performance, but I'm excited.
it's your first performance and we get to have you here on our stage. So I feel personally very grateful to have you here with us for your very first one. Don't be nervous. It's all good. It's because it's all love. It's all love right here, all around you. So tell me, you talk about pulling inspiration from a variety of different genres and artists. What inspires you to write? What do you write about when you sit down to write a song? What's your writing process like?
All of my songs come from my real life experience. So just writing about the things that I'm going through, writing about the things I've seen people go through. Real life experience is a big thing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that, kind of like a diary, like putting down your emotions, and which is tough because it leaves you vulnerable sometimes and open, you know, when you're bearing your soul. But such is art, right?
Right.
So when did you first begin writing?
I used to write when I was younger, but I started writing full songs the past year during being in quarantine and everything like that. Wow. So I started writing full songs and actually recording with about a year ago, this month, actually.
Wow, that's wonderful. Wow. And here you are. Okay. I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. Tell us what this song is about, introduce the song, and then take it away.
So the song I'm going to perform is called Iceberg. It's just a song that I wrote about a breakup, wanting somebody back, but just complications within a relationship, and iceberg. Your heart growing cold to somebody.
Iceberg. Oh, I love that visual already. Okay, here is Deshawn.
It's restricted, you can't get to me. You take a step back, look at people, tell me what you see. After my last girl, I can't trust nobody else. My heart not on my sleeve, I left it on the shelf. When you walked out, baby, I almost died. I ain't ashamed to tell you how much I cried. I didn't cherish you when you was by my side. Now you got me asking why. I'm broken, I'm all alone, hoping you hit my phone. Choking, my heart turned cold. Ice burn on my soul and I'm broken, I'm all alone, hoping you hit my phone. I'm choking, my heart turned cold. Ice burn on my soul and been feeling pain since the day that you walked out my life. I'm feeling drained, I must just say I thought you was my wife. I miss the beauty that you held up in them chocolate eyes. I was loving you, but you was worried about them other guys. You got someone new and I'm down. I had thought you'd always be around. Miss your touch, your voice, I miss the sound. Red cheeks, teary eyes, now I'm a clown. I'm broken, I'm all alone, hoping you hit my phone. Choking, my heart turned cold. Ice burn on my soul and broken, I'm all alone, hoping you hit my phone. Choking, my heart turned cold. Ice burn on my soul and one more chance and I promise I won't mess it up. You brought me pain, I brought the same, now I wanna love. Next time we do it, I'ma make sure that it's trust. Let's come back stronger than ever, the world versus us. The world versus us. See all them lame people, I told you they was sus. Yeah, I know, baby, yeah, I'm sorry I broke your trust. The world, they hating cause we in love. I'm broken, I'm all alone, hoping you hit my phone. Choking, my heart turned cold. Ice burn on my soul and broken, I'm all alone, hoping you hit my phone. Choking, my heart turned cold. Ice burn on my soul and
Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. I want to reach through and just give you a big hug. Big hug. That was your first performance. You did it. How are you feeling?
I feel better. It was good. I feel better. Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like that feeling of now that it's over, now it's like, okay, now can we do it for real this time? Right. Now you're like, okay, that was a take to get all the nerves away. Now I want to just do it again. Is that that's how I usually feel?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's bring on our industry guests to give you some beautiful feedback. Adeline and Jay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Adeline, do you want to give Deshawn?
Well, I feel very privileged
advice?
to be able to witness your first ever performance. That's such a big deal, and you did it. And congratulations! And beyond just doing the first performance, the fact that you just decided to say and said I'm going to make music and did it. Like you wrote this song and you're putting your own story into it, and we can feel it. And that's just I hope you're really proud of yourself, because a lot of people have ideas and want to do things, but it's really difficult to actually make it happen. And you did it, and you're here. So congratulations. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
I agree. And Jay?
Congratulations. This is so many people. It's hard to get somebody up to do karaoke. And that's just, that's not even like a performance. That's kind of like a social gathering kind of thing. So so much respect for you for doing that. And, it only gets easier after a while. And you did it online. That's super hard to do without people in the audience and you feeling synergy and all that kind of good stuff. So just so much props to you, and keep going for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Just keep going and more of this, right? More and more and more performances, more vulnerability, more putting yourself out there, and you'll just grow. I love it. All right. If you came to support Deshawn, you know what to do. Be sure to stick around to the end of the show and show Deshawn some love in our fan poll, which is on our IG stories. Thanks, Deshawn. You can turn off your camera now. Jay, what are some key elements when it comes to production that artists should keep in mind to create quality music?
I think one of the main things is understanding how people listen to music so you can keep them engaged. So understanding when you got them, how to keep them there, or when it's time to switch it up. And I think this could be if you go to live performances and check out someone who's really good at it, or go to an event and listen to a DJ who understands that kind of energy. Pick up when the music builds or when it breaks down, which instruments are playing, when to highlight the vocals alone. So between that and supporting the story, understanding that the production is supporting the story and keeping the main thing, which is most likely the artist and the story.
Adeline, do you have any thoughts you want to share on this topic?
Yeah, this is amazing advice. The first thought I'd share is something that we don't hear enough, and my role in life is to say that more and more, is that production is for everyone and for women as much as men. So that's super important for us to spread that word for little girls out there that, you can also be a music producer, and this has to change. It can't be just men. And I know that, if you're just starting, it can seem a little, it's a little scary. It seems like this giant task that you need to be so trained at, which it comes with practice, but just trust yourself and know that if you can hear music, if it's in your head, then it's good. And it exists somewhere, and you can, it's all about getting it out between here and into reality. And you're not that far from it, and just put the ideas down and ask for advice, and you'll get better and better.
I love it. Yes. Thank you so much, both of you. You can turn your cameras off now, and we'll see you back soon. It's time to welcome our next wonderful artist to the open mic. All right. All the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. Please welcome to the stage, Cam. Cam was born and raised in Hilo, Hawaii, until he got accepted to an art school in Las Vegas, Nevada, where he majored in choir for his junior and senior year. Last October, he released his first song and collaboration with Philip Wolf and Zoo called Autumn Leaves. The song had a lot of streams on Spotify and inspired Cam to keep writing. He's currently writing new songs and connecting with more artists. And we're so happy to have Cam here tonight. Cam, where are you at? Where you at, Cam? Are you coming on? Let's see. He's making his way to the stage. All right. We're having, oh, here we go. Hey. Sometimes we have technical difficulties and it's all good.
Yeah,
I am doing really good. It does all work out. And I can hear thunder happening in the background.
Yeah.
Like, what's
it's raining
going on out
here
there?
in Vegas. I literally drove through the rain. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. What is going on? This isn't back home. It's so weird. I live in the desert, but it's raining. Like, go figure.
I'm glad you're here. Well, it is, almost spring. So, okay. Yeah. So you grew up in Hawaii, yes, which to me seems like a very musical place to have grown up in. I mean, every time I go to visit, someone is always playing ukulele. There's singing, there's circles happening. Maybe that's stereotypical, but what was it like growing up there? And have you been playing music since you were a kid?
Yeah, so I've been playing ukulele since I was, maybe 4 years old, taking lessons.
Wow.
Starting off with ABC, starting off with like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, those little type of things. But I had lessons all the way up until maybe 5th grade, around there. And then the reason why is because my ukulele instructor, he passed away. He had a heart attack, and it was really hard on me. It was really tough for me. So then I made an oath basically, and I said, hey, I'm gonna keep playing. My grandpa, my pops told me to keep playing and keep playing for him, type of thing. And ever since then, now I'm gonna be 21 years old in April, and I've been playing ever since then. Man, after that, I literally was carrying my ukulele everywhere I went. Everywhere, like even in middle school, in high school, you would see me. They would call me the ukulele boy. Even when I came up here to go to LVA, this has never left my side. You would always see me playing this.
Show us your ukulele.
Yeah, so it's this right here.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
a kala. It's actually from back home, so it's really special to me. But today I'm gonna be playing you guys original. It's unreleased. It's called Homesick. The backstory behind it is I was in this relationship, and of course we broke up. That's how breakup songs work and are inspired. But what happened was that I felt really secure with her, and it really felt like home. And when we broke up, it felt like I lost a piece of me and I lost a part of me. So this is called Homesick. I'm gonna play for you guys acoustic. This feeling that I feel for you, I never thought I'd see it through. How could I love someone more than I love myself? And I've been feeling so consumed from the thought of losing you. Maybe it's time we put this back up on its shelf. Pack my bags and get on the road. But in my heart, you'll always be home. I got these blurry visions, it's mixed with bad decisions. I'm running far and farther away from you. Now I don't know what I'm feeling, so I can't pour out my feelings. But a part of me is forced to face the truth. I'm not over you. don't know if I can take this anymore. But when you walked out the room, you slammed the door, and now I'm out here feeling all alone. You will always, always be my home. I don't know if I can take this anymore. But when you walked out the room, you slammed the door. Now I'm out here feeling all alone. You will always, always be my home. Thank you.
Cam, wow. The future is bright, Cam. Future is bright with young artists like yourself.
Thank you so
Wow.
much. Once again, thank you, Music Forward, for this opportunity. I'm so grateful to be here.
Yes, and to all our wonderful producers behind the scenes. That really made me miss home myself. Made me think about
hits home,
Australia.
Yeah.
Let's welcome our industry guest before I start crying here. Let's welcome Adeline and also Jay back. And thank you, Jay. I see you in the chat on Twitch. Yes, we're showing some love to our folks. All right, please, Jay, would you like to give your advice?
Yeah, anytime I see people doing more than one thing at the same time musically, I'm like, wow. I can play, but when I try to sing and play at the same time, I end up singing the notes that I'm playing.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of practice, a lot of time to try and get both of them done. In fact, actually, I only learned how to multitask like that while singing and playing recently. Actually, freshman year is when I actually figured out how to play and sing at the same time while playing chords and strumming, different strumming patterns and everything else. That's when everything finally tied in together, thank goodness. But yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a really nice selection of the key that you decided to play in, so you can get those octaves out of your voice.
Yeah.
I think that's really important for vocalists who do write songs to work that out so that it puts their range in the best light. So good job on that. Good job.
Thank you.
Adeline?
Amazing. I think we can all agree that there was a lot of emotion that came out of this performance. So thank you. That's not, that's something that seems to be coming to you naturally. So congratulations, you're special. And all of you guys tonight are special, by the way. The one, your superpower. Sorry, this is my stepson Phoenix. He came because he heard and he loved it so much that he sat down. Songwriting is a huge, huge part of, having a future in the music business. And you're a songwriter. This, I don't know how many songs you've written yet, but I know for sure, because it's how it works, like the more you write and the better you're going to get. And this song is already so great that I'm very excited for you and how you'll evolve, as a songwriter.
Wow. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. How do you practice? I'm curious. How do you practice your singing and playing at the same time? Since that's
still
working out
at the beginning of last year, I believe. Yeah. Actually, no. Okay, 2019 is when I started playing gigs. But even on my Instagram and on my social media and stuff, I actually started off just playing out covers, and then I just started writing music. what was it? Maybe sophomore year. So not that long ago. But ever since then, I was just playing covers, playing like little stuff here and there, like little videos for Instagram and whatnot. And then just feeling comfortable doing both at the same time. But this song has so much dynamics to it that it really took a lot of practice just trying to get everything right, like the palm muting and the different strumming patterns that I'm using, and also just the dynamic of my voice. And it just takes a lot of experience. Like, I wish I could say that able to get this done in just like a day or so, but that's
not going to happen.
Time, yeah.
I'm still working
years and years.
It takes like 3, doesn't it, Adeline? 3.
3 days. Yeah, for me. Yeah, no, it's I mean, I'm sure you know that already, but if you can play it slow, you can play it. If you can't play it slow, then you can't play it fast, is like one of the best advice I received. So, I'm sure you're already doing that, but just like play it super ridiculously slow. It really helps my mind know exactly where the words fit with the rhythm. And there's another trick I'll share with you is when I practice, because I play bass and sing at the same time, and it's like, mind.
I can't even. That's like 2 brains.
But it's
heads.
He's doing it. It's not that different from what he's doing, and I practice counting while I'm playing. So just to kind of get, replace the words by counting and keeping the time like that. So you play 1, 2, 3, 4 to remember your time. And then another trick that I do is I practice both separately so that they both can become second nature. And then when you're performing, there's a moment where you're focusing on your ukulele performance, and kind of like you can put the vocals in the back here, but knowing you're holding it down. And then there's moments where I stay really simple with the bass line so that I can just focus on having more emotion and intention in the vocals. So you can
I'll definitely try that. That's interesting. Sure you're
kind of doing that. Yeah.
Well, and you're doing your job because you're making it look easy.
That comes with you can plan your moment.
Sorry.
I think we got cut off again. I'm sorry. I don't know. No.
Could you actually repeat that?
It froze, but I was just telling him. Oh yeah. So what I was saying is, and as you'll perform more and more, your show will become second nature, and every song for me has its moments where leaving room for the unexpected and this little surprise element that even surprises you. I just sang like that, or I just did that, but having it planned already in terms of when it's going to happen. And there are moments in the song where you can have a little bit more release, and you know that your guitar part or ukulele part it's held down, and you can and you have a little crutch to fall on, that's, if I can give one piece of advice that helps a little bit for me.
That's wonderful. Thank you both for that advice. If you came to support Cam, be sure to stick around and take part in our Instagram stories fan poll. Cam, you can turn your camera off now. Thank you. Well, thank you both for that wonderful feedback. I want to ask, what are some things to keep in mind as an artist to create and experience during a performance, Adeline?
So for the performance, what are the things to keep in mind?
Yes. Like when you're going to create a show, or you're going to perform. Maybe this is a question for, the digital world now, because we're doing these online performances. So we have to create this box.
I know that. Yeah. There are so many elements. Because I guess it would depend on if we're talking about a live performance, and it's difficult. I mean, if you're on Zoom, make sure your light is right, and make sure you don't do what I did, which is have a poor internet connection.
Okay, and on the stage. Okay, let's talk about how it's going to get back to.
It's great to plan. I would say sort of what I just said earlier. For me, I'm a firm believer of like letting the magic happen and making room for the magic to happen on stage, and leaving room for that and trusting that that's going to happen if you're just really opening yourself to it, because the audience sends you back so much energy, and we can't see it, but we can feel it. And if you really believe it and make room for it in your spirit. But with that said, also prepare. You know, if you have to prepare every single step, or like, I'm going to move to the right when I do this because I'm playing at the same time. And that's, as you know, you can never be too prepared. And the more prepared you are, the more room there will be for these little magical moments.
Yes, beautiful. All right, thank you both. You can turn your cameras off now. And it's time for us to invite our next artist to the stage, but I just want to check in on our chat and see how we're doing. Lots of wonderful support from all your friends and loved ones. Great job, Cam. Dylan James, you are awesome. So proud of you. That's shout out to Six and Magic there. And Kenneth Shaw, great job, Boogie Boy. Love it. So keep subscribed and follow us and stay on the chat and stay to the end so you can take part in our poll on Instagram. All right, all the way from Kent, Ohio right now, welcome to the stage, Inti Hayna, coming from the environment of... Hello, you're here. Let me tell the people about you, Inti.
I'm here.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
Looking good and ready. Yes, they need to know who's coming. All right. Coming from the environment of academic music, violinist Inti Hayna explored new musical languages during her training at the Conservatory of the Universidad Nacional de Colombia while completing her undergraduate degree as a performer. In 2017, she found that house music and the Ableton Live program was the perfect place to explore the qualities of the violin together with her vocal work and her musical style, combined with a broad interest in native music and instruments from her home country, Colombia. She currently resides in the city of Kent, Ohio, and has released her very first EP titled Letal. So welcome, Inti. Oh no, you can stay on. No, you could have stayed on. I just wanted to tell the world about you. That's all. So I really love combining traditional Mexican rhythms like son jarocho in my hip hop. So I can relate to what you do. So is there a particular style of Colombian native music that you are drawn to most, or that is featured in this song?
That's a complicated question. Yeah, it's a complicated question. Yeah. I think choose just one, it's not possible.
Okay, well, just name one. Tell us about one of your favorites.
Cumbia, it's very famous.
Oh,
and
cumbia.
It's very popular. Yes. So I take some instruments from the cumbia. One of my songs is with gaita, that is very popular in Colombia. So yes, I think like all the music from the coast, Atlantic coast, Pacific coast, that is a lot of rhythm, a lot of different instruments that they use for dancing. I think that type of music.
Okay, got it. It's interesting how a lot of rhythms are regional and people don't necessarily understand that like the rhythm of cumbia comes from a certain region in Colombia, right? I mean, it's national and it's very popular now, but traditionally where it comes from has to do with who created it, the Afro-Colombians, the indigenous Colombians mixed with the Spanish, right? It's, yes.
Yeah.
So tell us about this song that we're going to hear and what is featured in it.
Well, La Rosa, it's a song that is is house music. And I wrote the lyrics for my parents. And it's about, it's about all the situations. Sometimes you see the persons that you love that are suffering, that sometimes doesn't feel well. And it's like a word that, I'm here for you, with you. I want that you bright. It's something like that. That's about the song.
Okay. And what is the name?
La Rosa. The rose in English. In English.
Okay, Inti, take it away with La Rosa here, Open Mic Fridays.
Thank you. Quiero ver la rosa florecer. Quiero ver la rosa bien crecer. Dinamitar su color, adornar mi corazón. Yo quiero ver la rosa no caer. No caer, no caer. Que conquiste el suelo en donde esté y gobierne el duelo que hay en su ser. Que la duda y el temor no marchiten su interior. Yo quiero ver la rosa no caer. No caer, no caer, no caer.
Yes. Woo! Thank you so much, Inti, Hayna. Woo! I was just in the chat. I was like, love heart, love heart. I was trying to find a good emoji. I'm not sure about the emojis there on Twitch, but you know, it's really, it's difficult through the computer to hear all the sounds, but I could imagine what those beats would sound like if I was in, you know, a club or we're in a venue and I could really hear everything perfectly. So thank you for bringing the violin and, you know, something new that we haven't seen yet here to Open Mic Fridays. That was really lovely.
Thank you so much.
Let's welcome our industry guests to come back on, please. Adeline and Jay, come back. Where's Jay at? Hey, Jay, would you like to give Inti some feedback?
Yeah, that's a great combination. Definitely gets the party started. And I don't know. I'm just enjoying it. I was enjoying the show. So I guess I have to think a little more before I have some type of critique. Okay. I just respect when I see people, again, doing multiple things, the DJing, the violin, and the singing. So I think I've seen combinations of two of those before. This is my first time seeing all three. Great.
Yes. And
that's great. Thank you.
Same, actually. I'm realizing that I haven't seen anybody do all three, and, you know, talk about multitasking. This is amazing. Congratulations for being so killing. I was saying, we can't really hear the music so well, but it's really like, it's amazing to see that we are still making this happen in this situation, and that you're like killing it. And I don't even need to listen to them to hear the track so well, because you're there and you're carrying so much that it makes me realize how dope you are. But I can only imagine, watching you play. What's your vision? Like, would you imagine playing yourself in a club or on a stage for like at a venue, or what's your vision? Or I'm sure you're already doing it.
I love to make music. And one, yeah, all of them. Yes. Mainly all the idea born because I want to take off the violin from only the classic music. I think violin works in all the situations, all type of music. So I found electronic music and I was like, I want to do this because I think it's important to explore with the instruments in not only classic music, in all type of music. So
yeah. Well, you're doing it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And you've just started with Ableton Live as well, right? So you're kind of getting your head around the actual production and I'm just excited at what you're going to do once you lay your tracks down, your vocals and your violin and everything else. So we have Letal, which is out. So is that mostly violin and vocals and beats, or are there other instruments?
Yep.
Or what do you do?
I play gaita and I play ocarina in some songs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Multi-instrumentalist.
It's more complicated because I have to do everything, organize everything, gaita, violin, after that sing and control. It's crazy sometimes.
I can imagine. Jay, do you have any advice for her?
I'm really glad that you decided to choose to play an acoustic violin. And, because you could have chosen to put a pickup on or, all the electronics, but I just have a love for I'm a purist when it comes to orchestral instruments, but I also love music technology. So I like that combination, and I hope you do more. And like Maya said, the recording aspect is you're going to be able to do so many things once you layer your performances and create new tracks. And so there'll be multiple versions of you working together. That's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. If you came to support Inti Hayna, then you can show us some love. Where? In our fan poll on our Instagram stories at HOB Music Forward. Please follow us there if you haven't already. Thank you, Inti. You can turn your camera off now. Okay, Jay, I have a question for you now. What can artists do to best prepare for a session with a new producer? So you're going into the studio, going to work with somebody new. What can they do to prepare?
Bring some pizza.
Excellent.
I love food, and that's half of way a joke. But yeah, the icebreakers and connecting with people just on a human level goes a super long way. And it opens up the pathway for communication. And there's a fine line sometimes in knowing exactly what you want as an artist versus being open-minded to whatever might happen and the synergy. And it takes a while to figure out how much of each of those you might want to bring to a session, because you don't want to miss anything, either by missing the vision in your head, or you might miss a moment that you could not have planned. And it takes experience, but open communication. And then when you find the right combination, you find a connection with the producer, getting to the point to where the respect levels remain high, but you can say anything. You don't feel like you're walking on eggshells, and you can also receive the criticism and know that you're still respected and appreciated. I think that's the level to get to, because you can only get better by telling the truth.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Thank you both so much. We have one final performance, so you guys can turn your cameras off now. And get ready as I bring to the stage our last performer for this evening's Open Mic Fridays. all the way from Mount Prospect, Illinois. Please make some noise for Pronto Valid. Pronto Valid is a genre-bending musician from Chicago. He started his musical career by writing song lyrics at the age of 11. After being heavily influenced by hip-hop, pop, punk, and electronic music. I'll just be like, and those genres. No, I'm just kidding. What does an 11-year-old write about, Pronto? That's what I want to know.
Mainly when I was that young, the main influences that I had were things like cartoons and like commercials that I was seeing on TV, or like characters from, comic books or cartoons, like I said. And that's mainly the stuff that I would write about. So it wasn't very good, but that's where I started from.
I love it. You got to start somewhere. Well, welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you. Can you tell me the meaning behind your name, Pronto Valid?
Yeah, so it's kind of just a play on words. Originally, my name was something completely different. I went through multiple name changes.
As you do.
And I started off with just Valid. It was a name that I picked up mainly, when I was in high school. I had just, got into hip hop, really recording it and taking it seriously. And Valid just stuck out to me because, I always wanted to bring a sense of reality and truth to my music. And then later on, I added the Pronto on just because, life is fast, life is short, and, everything moves on quick. So those two words together kind of make up the meaning.
Got it. Life is short. Keep it real. Got it. All right. Take it away. Introduce your song to the people and then go for it.
Yeah. So today I'll be performing my song. It's an unreleased track called You Know. That's spelled U''KNO. I produced it myself, engineered the vocals. I did a performance mix here. And it's a song all about the heartbreak and hardships of wandering a lonely road. So let's go ahead and take it away. Living a cold. Yeah. Let's go House of Blues. Yeah, open mic Friday. There's no point in talking. Yeah. I can't do this on my. Yeah. And I'm like, come here, baby, you know how it goes. This pack can get so lonely and so cold, I need to know. Can't do this on my own. I can't do this on my own. I can't do that on my own. Yeah. And I'm like, come here, baby, you know how it goes. This pack can get so lonely and so cold, I need to know. Can't do this on my own. Yeah. I can't do this on my own. Live in a cold world, spirit lifted. Like that present that your parents gave you last Christmas. Oh, how we miss it, I ain't tripping, we just vibe different. I'm on a mission with this ish, we bout to ride with it. So baby, get in. She know I'm in love with her, just don't get too comfortable. ASAP on my way, and that's just cause I mess with y'all. Run my way through obstacles, pray to God I don't mess up. Baby, I'm all in that moment, I swear that it's solid up. We all got issues, we run from beginning to stay. It's our brightest days, we'll be on our separate ways. Time is money, it moves when it's tight to stay. When there's too much, it won't budge, and too little won't get you. Paid them on my 89 Lakers, but you ain't worthy. You got you made the magic touch, but it's just plain, hey. Still in that same jersey. Lately you brushed me off, lately been too involved. Wish I could turn this off, but come here, baby, you know how it goes. It's so lonely and so cold, I need to know. Can't do this on my own. I can't do this on my own. I can't do that on my own. Yeah. And I'm like, come here, baby, you know how it goes. This pack can get so lonely and so cold, I need to know. Can't do this on my own. Yeah. I can't do this on my own. Look. I can't do this on my own, think I might need me some help. They say I'm seeking attention, but really search for myself. I gave you nothing but love, all I got back was neglect. That's why I'm writing this song, I hope one day you go deaf. Or Stevie Wonder blind, I wonder was there something I could've done but didn't realize I didn't even try. Ain't no point in thinking about what could've been, what good is it? I just love that body for the look of it, but baby we grown, and I'm moving on. Stop asking for second chances when everything's wrong. I know what I want, and it wasn't you. So leave me alone if you got nothing to prove. I see you looking with your looking at, looking through my looking glass, looking mad, looking heartbroken, but I'm smart, told your crooked self. Lonely rubber, but I'm walking through it anyway. Headstrong through the storm on a rainy day.
Yeah, Pronto Valid, bringing home the open mic. All right. How are you feeling?
Feeling great, feeling great. It's my first performance in a long time, albeit it's virtual, so feeling great, loving it.
Well, we're glad to have you here. Okay, let's welcome back Adeline and Jay Deal. Adeline, what are your thoughts?
I love it. The beat is really hot too. But yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, I love your. It's difficult because I wish I was in a room, you know, to watch you because there's this big mic, but it's also like you're so in it that I'm in it with you. So you know, I love it. Super
Thank you.
dope.
That means a lot.
You're welcome.
Jay.
Yes, I can tell you're really into it. And what part of the country are you in?
I'm around Chicago, Illinois, around the northwest suburbs.
Got you. I was feeling that Midwest vibe. You know, it gave me some of the new kind of some of the new vibes along with you know, like the Bone Thugs and Harmony, the way the beat was riding and stuff
Really?
like that. So yeah, the kind of best of two different generations.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's the vibe though.
Yeah, I definitely take a lot of influence from older stuff too, so appreciate that.
Hey, not that old. So have you got any constructive criticism, ways that, you know, anything you can give him to improve as he moves forward?
How often do you perform live?
Like I said, it's been a pretty long time. The last time I performed live, I believe, was 2019. Prior to that, I would say I was performing live maybe, you know, locally, not too often, but at like open mics. If you combine open mics and, you know, little headlining acts and opener shows, I'd say maybe like about once a month on average.
Got you. I wanted to mention this, and this is not just for you. This is for everyone who performed today. I used to find, especially preparing for major tours, we would actually video the artist doing their performance in the dress rehearsals. And once they saw themselves back on video, they had all these ideas about how to improve from what they saw because they had a chance to see it from the audience. So for everyone here to perform today, I think is a good idea, whether it's live or virtual. See if you can record yourself, look back at it, and I'm sure you'll have tons of ideas of delivery, whether it's the vocal delivery or the movement or blocking wherever you are on stage. But yeah, what your performance is right on par with the vibe today. You know, keep it up. And I noticed too. Do you produce as well?
Yes, everything there that you heard right now was produced and engineered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I heard the effects on your vocals, and it sounded like, you know, this person is really in touch with the producer. So it's the same person.
Yeah. One man team, one man army.
Yeah, there you go. So you can get into automation sometimes too, of when to turn on the auto tune and when to turn it off, that kind of thing. So looking forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you both so much. Thank you, Cam. Sorry, Pronto Valid. Where am I at? Okay, Pronto Valid. Wonderful performance. If you want to support Pronto, then you can show him some love in our fan poll taking place right now. Head over to Instagram, our Music Forward IG page, which is at HOB Music Forward. Follow us and participate in that fan poll. And so we'll see who comes back in a couple of weeks. Thank you, Pronto. You can turn your cameras off. Your
Have a good
camera.
one.
I've got one last question for our wonderful industry guests. And thank you so much for being with us here tonight. What would be one piece of advice you would give to our up-and-coming artists? Just one big piece of advice. You already did, Jay. I mean, you said, film yourself and watch it back. That was good. Adeline, do you have anything?
Yeah, that was such good advice. I'm actually made a note for myself. No, I've done that, and it really, truly helps so much. I mean, there's so much, but I would say two things is to listen to as much music as possible, and don't be afraid to copy people, because the more people you copy, the more you sound unique. Copy while you practice, but as a way to find your own sound. But it really seems like everybody tonight was so unique, so I don't think they really need my advice on that. But just work as much as you can. Just if you're passionate, if this is what you want, just spend the time, spend the hours, and just work as hard as possible, and the rewards will come for sure.
Beautiful. Thank you. Is there anything else you want to add, Jay?
I think this was great. Music Forward did it once again. I'm so glad to be a part of this and to see people just being bold about sharing their gifts and staying connected in these times. And I'm just encouraging everyone to keep going. Don't dare to be different. And I wasn't able to make it into the art school when I was in high school. They said they didn't see enough talent. So you have to stay your course if you believe it's something that you're supposed to do, and understand that other skill sets and other disciplines can help your music as well. So I started studying math, but it really helped my music, and I didn't know it. So I'm a little different. Don't be afraid to be a little different.
I love that. Thank you so much to both of you for joining us and sharing your wisdom with our young artists here tonight. Give it up for Adeline and Jay Deal. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. See you guys later. What an incredible night we've had celebrating creativity and the next generation of artists. Wow, such diversity. Music Forward's spring season is in full swing, so be sure to check out our calendar of events and sign up for panels, workshops, and performances like this one tonight. If you want to find your pathway to success in the music industry, make sure you log on to hobmusicforward.org. Thanks to everyone who has signed into Twitch and has followed us. We appreciate it, and it's a great way to stay in touch and find out when the next Music Forward Open Mic Fridays will be on, or any of our other activations. Make sure you visit Music Forward's Instagram page on Monday to find out who will come back to perform in our final showcase in May. Join us in 2 more weeks, same time, same place, March 26th, to see more incredible emerging talent. Once again, my name is Maya Jupiter, and it's been my pleasure to host Music Forward's Open Mic Friday for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Peace.